Second biggest one to the voucher, consultations are no cost, no obligation. So that takes the ease off. The only catch, this is where we're sort of almost distracting them. So maybe they're not wanting to book in. Then the only catch is to qualify, you need one bill over 100 a month or 300 a quarter. Straight away, they're not thinking about solar or booking in. They're thinking, fuck, do I miss out or not? You know, then perfect, we'll get your time now. Before they know it, they've booked in. So I'm sure a lot of the time they close the door and think, what the fuck did I just do? But we may as well see what they got to say, listen to it. Then we get there, and then it's a consultant's job and we as a consultant, it really is. If they don't have it, they're paying for anyway. It's very easy for me to walk in and sign someone up who has absolutely no intention of going ahead. It happens all the time. What we want to do, guys, we want to look. If government funded, I'd sort of let Matthias and let Abdul. I don't want government funded going in. Government funded's one you hear me say sometimes. We're government funded community bulk solar program. We're guaranteed to put solar on your roof at zero upfront cost. We're not a government organisation. We're a private company. However, there's government funding in two forms. There's what they call STCs, or small technology certificates. So for every 5 kilowatt system, the government's tipping in at maybe $4,000. So that's $4,000 on the hardware. So like a computer, the actual computer itself, $4,000. And then they've got what they call rebates. So solar goes back to the grid. It doubled from 6 to 11.3 cents on the 1st of July 2017. So, you know, that's when that happened, it became cheaper to pay off a system or a capital asset or your own power station. You own your house, why not own your own electricity? All these little one-liners, you've got nothing to lose, own your house, why not own your electricity? If you don't have solar, you're paying for it anyway. Look at all your neighbours have got it. We've booked in 10 people in the street. So all these little one-liners, you'll miss out. Now going back to you, Stephanie, yesterday. So obviously Chelsea, I spoke to Chelsea about how everyone was going. I was in and out of consults. Now I know that you're like a walk helter-skelter, because me, Paulini and Abdul, we did training on Tuesday. And we dropped you off in one spot, and we drove around, had a chat, and within fucking 10 minutes of dropping you off, we actually drove past and we all looked over and we saw you walking. You're about 400 meters away from where we dropped you off, and we all looked at each other and said, how the fuck did she get there? Because I dropped her off she's literally walked almost half a kilometre in the space of us driving, doing a few blocks of Warrnambool. So with this job, Stephanie, look, I could always get 10 leads a day, but it's sort of a hard bit to explain, but it's really important. So when I get to the door, if people think that you're going to make a buck out of them, if they smell it, they get suspicious. And so when I'm at the door, you'll notice when I'm standing there, I'll be like this, just scribbling stuff down. So you've almost got to look, the best way to describe it to get the most leads, almost got to look a little bit bored. You couldn't give a shit. You're just doing your job. Like, you just go door to door. You got a good way. So I don't get excited. I just walk door to door. Say, g'day mate, Bren from Community Box Solar. They say, nah, not interested. Rebates aren't worth it. Say, nah, that's all right, mate. It's not for everyone. But yeah, rebates aren't worth it. Oh, mate, rebates doubled last year. So often they'll say no, but they'll say, but it's not worth it. I'm selling soon. Too old. Not here during the day. My mate's got it. It's cost him a fortune. And that's objection training. We'll start that tomorrow.
I had one yesterday. They said I got the panels and then they got all rusty and
okay. So let's do an objection each and I'll answer. Okay, mate. Yeah, but up until in 2012, there's over 12,000 complaints to Consumer Affairs Victoria. They set up the Clean Energy Council to regulate the solar market. Since 2012, the Clean Energy Council regulate the market. So we only use Clean Energy Council accredited providers. We're also a member of the Clean Energy Council. I'll show you our accreditation. So what we'll do is I've actually got a Clean Energy Council accreditation for Sunline Solar. We're one of the very few companies that have been around for over 8 years in the industry. I think there's 6 companies that were around 9 years ago that are still around today, and Sunline's one of them. There's another, I think, 4,500 that have come and go. So this industry's got to Abdul, stand up in the middle, mate. You can't see me looking at the back of Matthew's head. So yeah, so we'll have that accreditation. We'll have it here, and we'll show customers if they've got queries like that. What's an objection you had yesterday, or this week, or that you don't know how to answer? Abdul, you should have had a lot of objections.
Yeah.
so
Go
it's
for it. Just one. Give me one that you've come across the most.
My friends have solar. It's costing them a fortune.
Yeah, just say, look, they're basically up until 2 years ago, the panels weren't very good. This program only uses Canadian panels. They come with a 25-year warranty. Canadian solar, ranked 2 on Bloomberg list of most secure financial solar companies. It's important that 1, you get a tier 1 panel, but 2, you get a 25-year warranty. But what most people don't realise is that you need that company with the warranty to be around in 25 years. There's only 2 or 3 companies that will be, and that's Canadian, Jinko and LG. What was your objection again? I answered it a little bit differently. I answered a simpler way that you can use today. Go again. What was it again?
No, I just said that the one about my friends have solar.
Yeah, just that. Look, there are some bad
bad
stories. The technology's improved in the last few years. But look, if you go around and speak to everyone that's had solar, 9 out of 10 people say they haven't paid a bill for years. Best thing they ever did. Matthias.
I don't know what objection means.
So what are people? Why aren't you getting leads? What are people telling you at the door?
Just go away, something like this.
Yeah. Keep going. So just go away. No one said anything to you other than go away yesterday.
So basically, an objection is something they say to
What's
avoid
your
you.
excuse?
An objection is when you try and pick up a chick at a nightclub and she said, "No, I got a boyfriend." That's an objection.
Yeah.
So what objection you had at the door?
Um,
So what? So nah. Have you heard the rebates aren't any good? No, I'm too old.